Salve Regina, Mater misericordiae, vita dulcedo, estes nostra salve.
Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Blessed are those who are persecuted for the sake of righteousness, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Mark. Glory to you, Lord. Herod was the one who had John the Baptist arrested and bound in prison on account of Herodias, the wife of his brother Philip, whom he had married. John had said to Herod, "It is not lawful for you to have your brother's wife." Herodias harbored a grudge against him and wanted to kill him, but was unable to do so. Herod feared John, knowing him to be a righteous and holy man, and kept him in custody. When he heard him speak, he was very much perplexed, yet he liked to listen to him. She had an opportunity one day when Herod, on his birthday, gave a banquet for his courtiers, his military officers, and the leading men of Galilee. Herodias' own daughter came in and performed a dance that delighted Herod and his guests. The king said to the girl, "Ask of me whatever you wish, and I will grant it to you." He even swore many things to her. "I will grant you whatever you ask of me, even to half of my kingdom." She went out and said to her mother, "What shall I ask for?" She replied, "The head of John the Baptist." The girl hurried back to the king's presence and made her request. "I want you to give me at once, on a platter, the head of John the Baptist." The king was deeply distressed, but because of his oaths and the guests, he did not wish to break his word to her. So he promptly dispatched an executioner with orders to bring back his head. He went off and beheaded him in the prison. He brought in the head on a platter and gave it to the girl. The girl in turn gave it to her mother. When his disciples heard about it, they came and took his body and laid it in a tomb. The Gospel of the Lord. Praise to you. John the Baptist did not do anything wrong to deserve death. He didn't commit any crime to merit the capital punishment he was given, even to merit his being put in prison. He didn't do anything. We all knew what happened. And things like this still happen today. Make no mistake. It's still happening. Even here in the U.S., it's still happening. Of course, in like the country, in my country, Nigeria, is almost every day. It's common. Now, sometimes people pay a price for what they didn't do. God did not do this. God did not demand for the death of John. Just in the same way, God will not demand things like that from us. But all God demanded from us was holiness, to be holy, to be righteous, to live a good life, to be true to our calling, and to keep to our mission. John was doing just that. He was keeping to his calling, to his mission. And what was his mission? The voice. Remember that? The voice. He was just being the voice. Remember, the voice of one in the wilderness crying out, prepare the way of the Lord. That's his mission. That's what he was living. That's all. But like John, oftentimes as we live our normal, simple, ordinary life of being a good person, oftentimes we meet the headwind. We jam the roadblock. We encounter resistances. We even incur hatred like John. And even they make unnecessary enemies. Some people may regard you as their enemy, even though you are not. Then what are you going to do? That's the question for you and I. But what did John do? What was commanded? All we need to do is to keep going. Keep being good. Keep being righteous. Keep saying the truth. Even though the price may be death, do not run away. That's what John taught us today. Of course, that's what Jesus Christ did. And that's the way of people who want to be good. That's the way of those who want to say the truth. Because sometimes you may encounter a situation that's beyond you. The people that claim to be above you. The people that claim to have right over you. Do not run away. Keep to the plan. Remember, keep to the plan between you and God every day. Do not change the plan. Do not change the strategy. John kept being the voice of truth, the voice of justice, the voice of righteousness, the voice for Christ. Interestingly, Herod today could not even distinguish between John and Jesus. Imagine, when I was reading that, I said, wow. Because it was because of the message of Jesus Christ that Herod remembered what he did. When he heard about Jesus, when he heard Jesus Christ speak, what did he say? In fact, this man was John. He said that Jesus Christ was John the Baptist, whom he beheaded. He owned it up. I don't think he repented anyways. He said that Jesus was John, whom he beheaded. He couldn't distinguish between the two of them. In your life, will people distinguish between you and Christ? That should be the parameter to judge if you are doing the right thing. If people can distinguish between you and Jesus, then you better review what you are doing. Just like John, death is not the end of our mission. Our mission ends in heaven. No one can stop you. Only you can stop yourself. The devil, the demon, couldn't even stop anything. Do not allow anyone to stop or to derail you from your mission or to make you be against Christ, against goodness, against your mission. John was a voice. The voice of who? For Jesus. And so when that voice came, like I said, they were almost like the same person. May God help us as we live our life so that no headwind will shake us off from the right track. God bless you all.
Regina Celi, letare, alleluia, qui aquam meruisti por sit, sicut dixit, alleluia. Ora pro nobis Deum, alleluia.